why change it from a Puerto Rican one to an Italian one?
Because I don't look it. People say you don't look Puerto Rican. You don't look Puerto Rican. I am.
So you figured you look Italian?
No. I just wanted to become someone new. So I became Paul San Marco.
Why did you want to become someone new?
What? I'm not exactly proud of my past.
Who is? But that's what the word means, Paul, past.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Listen, wait a minute. What made you want to start dancing? Your parents?
No. What do Puerto Ricans know about theater? I mean, now we have Channel 47, but back then we didn't have anything. When my father loved movies, he used to take us all the time. He would work the night shift and take us down to 42nd Street. We would go to one movie, another, and another. I don't know why, but I love musicals.
How old were you?
7 or 8.
On 42nd Street?
Yeah, it was a trip.
Go on.
Well, I would have to move down front because I couldn't see. I wear contact lenses now. I would move down front. These strange men would come and play with me. I never told anyone before. I guess because it didn't matter.
Why didn't it matter?
What?
Look, Paul, this is too rough for you. I have your picture and resume.
Wait! Hey. From seeing all those movie musicals, I used to get caught dancing in the street all the time. God, it was embarrassing. I was always being centuries. Always. Which I don't really understand because I always wanted to be an actor. I mean, I really wanted to perform. Once my cousin told me, "You'll never be an actor." And she was telling me this because I was such a sissy. I mean, I was terribly effeminate. I mean, I always knew I was gay. That didn't bother me. What bothered me is I didn't know how to be a boy. One day I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, "You're 14 years old and you're a faggot. What are you going to do for the rest of your life?" By that time, I went to Cardinal Hayes High School. There were 3,000 boys there. I had no protection anymore. I had no home room where I could be charming and funny to all the tough guys so they could fight my battles for me. Not like in small schools. I liked school, but my grades just got so bad. Even if I knew the answers to the questions, I was too afraid to raise my hand because I was scared they would laugh at me. They even whistled at me in the hallways. It was awful, just awful. Finally, I went down to the principal's office and I said, "I'm a homosexual." Well, there was a Catholic high school at around 1962, and at the age of 15, you just didn't say that. He said to me, "Would you like to see a psychologist?" I did. And he said to me, "I think you're very well adjusted for your age, and I think you should quit school." So I did. I really didn't want to. I just couldn't take it anymore. You see, when I quit school, I was trying to figure out how to be a man. You know, there are a lot of people in this world who don't know how to be men. And since then, I found out that I am one. I was looking for the wrong thing. I was trying to learn how to be butch. Anyway, I started hanging around 72nd Street, meeting all these really strange people. I was just trying to meet people like me so I could understand what it was that I was. Someone once told me they were looking for male dancers at the Jewel Box Review. You know, the drag show. So I go down to the audition. And from all those years of being Sid Charisse, I had this fabulous extension. I could turn. I could do anything my first audition. And they said to me, "You're too short to be a boy. Would you rather be a pony?" I said, "What's that?" "A girl." "Well, what do I have to do?" "Show us your legs." "I have hair on my legs." "That's okay." So they took me upstairs and they hiked up my dungarees and put on a pair of nylon stockings and high heels. It was freaky. Okay, it was incredible. So I go back downstairs and they say, "Oh, you have wonderful legs." I was like, "Really? Terrific." It's so crazy thinking about all this. It was a lifetime ago. I think I was just past the age of 16. Oh, and there's this whole thing we tried to hide from my parents. That was something. Because, you know, I had to buy all this stuff, like shoes to rehearse in, earrings, makeup, and I would hide it all. My mother would find it. I would say to her, "There's a girl in a show that didn't want her mother to know she was in it, so I was just holding it for her." She believed me. Well, I was finally in show business. It was the asshole show business. It was a job. Nothing to brag about. I had friends. But after a while, it just got so demeaning. Nobody in the jewel box had any dignity, and anyone who was there was either ashamed of themselves or considered themselves freaks. I don't know. I guess it was the lack of dignity that made me want to quit, so I left. All around here or there. I was an office boy, a waiter. But without an education, you can't get a good job. So when the jewel box called and asked if I wanted to come back, I went. We were working at the Apollo Theater on 125th Street, doing 4 shows a day in a week. It was really tacky. The show was going to go to Chicago, and my parents wanted to come by and drop off my luggage and say goodbye. We were doing this big Oriental number, and I looked like Anime Wong. I had these 2 big chrysanthemums on either side of my head and this huge headdress with gold balls hanging all over it. Anyway, we were going out for the finale. Who should I see standing by the stage door? My parents. They got there too early. I freaked. I didn't know what to do. I thought to myself, I know, I'll just walk right by them like all the others and they'll never recognize me. So I took a big deep breath and I was heading downstairs, and right as I passed my mother, I heard her say, "Oh my God." Well, I died. I mean, what was I supposed to do, right? I had to go on for the finale, so I just kept on going. After the show, I went back up to my dressing room. And after I finished dressing and taking off all my makeup, I went back downstairs. And there they were, standing in the middle of the room with all these all they said to me was, "Please, Frank, make sure you eat. Take care of yourself." And just before they left, my father turned to the producer and said, "Take care of my son." was the first time you ever called me that. And I'm sorry. You can't. Zach, are you ready for them yet?
Thanks in a minute.
Okay, kids, here we go!